Back to Channel 3's Championship Wrestling action here in just a moment. Before I get into the Garden Tuesday night, a reminder, Saturday, March 28th, LaGrange, Kentucky. Among other things, a 10-man tag match. Some of the names that will be there, the Bounty Hunters and Jimmy Kent, the Angel, Gypsy Joe, Sonny King, Tojo Yamamoto, Coco Ware, all-star card, LaGrange, Thursday, March 28th. All right, Tuesday night, the Gardens. By golly, I'll tell you, one match alone is going to be worth the price of admission Tuesday night at the Gardens. And that's going to be a 6-man tag match. It'll have Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, and the Dream Machine on one side of the ring. And on the other side of the ring will be Tojo Yamamoto, Dutch Mantel, and Jimmy Hart. Not going to be an easy match, Jimmy.
They hurt Wayne Ferris, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Wayne Ferris is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. Let me tell you something, Gimp and the Blimp and the Wimp. You're in the most trouble you have ever been in your life. The referee, the stupid idiot referee, I had Lawler beat, there's no doubt about it, and he loosened his hand up where he could hit me. Thank you, Dutchie. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you.
Let me say one thing, Jerry Lawler. I think you have beat on Jimmy Hart enough. And now you want to join forces with Bill Dundee and the Nightmare, as we call him, and any 3 men that can break rules. Those 3 fit the description. I'm going to tell you what, Jimmy Hart is going to be in the ring with me and Tojo in Louisville, and I'm going to say one thing. Neither one of you low-down dogs is going to touch Jimmy Hart, because we have a big investment in this man, and I hope you guys feel real good. You heard Wayne Ferris, you heard a member of the family, but let's remember one thing. We're not going to get mad. We're going to get even, and when we get even, Lawler, you think that broke leg was something, well, you better have the Dream and Dundee carry you out of the ring. Lawler, this might be your last night in Louisville. Dundee, don't run. Dream, don't hide. The family is coming, and we're coming to do some damage, Lance Russell.
That'll be Tuesday night in the Gardens, and I got to tell you, a lot of personal irritation going to be involved in that match. You be sure and be there Tuesday night. A couple of young fellas coming out. They'll be in this next tag match. I don't particularly envy them, because they'll be facing the Southern Tag Champions. Would you bring your lunch over here and leave it with us, Jimmy Hart, for crying out loud? Hopping up in the ring, ready for the official introductions. Dave.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match. Total weight of 407 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, Tom Maley. His partner from Nashville, Tennessee, Roy Rogers. Going against him at a total weight of 465 pounds. From Japan, Tojo Yamamoto. And from Memphis, Tennessee, Wayne Ferris. Their manager, Jimmy Hart, also in their corner. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Your referee is Jerry Calhoun.
You might take a look at Jimmy Hart, by the way, Dave, and all the wrestling fans that haven't seen him with that neck brace.
Neck brace,
Yeah, we'll have more about that a little bit later on. One of the little pains that Jimmy can expect with the kind of attitude that he's got. Yeah. Tojo and Wayne Ferris, they're the current Southern Tag Champions. They won it in what I consider to be a rather tainted way. They don't really care as long as they got the belts, but you saw it right here. On Championship Wrestling, Wayne Ferris starting against Roy Rogers. Roy, we had, I think, his second professional match here on Championship Wrestling, and that was only a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. And he's a young fellow that's coming along, an awful lot to learn. Tom Maley, not too much further ahead of him in experience. Tom hadn't been at it that long, but pretty good move on the top wrist lock as Roy takes him back over. Tojo saying he used the hair. Jimmy Hart screaming hair, hair, hair. Some more of that brainwash routine with the referee. And Calhoun tells Tojo, forget it, I'll do the refereeing. Ferris turns him over. Roy Rogers comes right back with him. Rogers holding on to the arm of Tojo Yamamoto again, and Tojo this time turned over and put down on the deck, and Rogers goes in for a tight arm bar, but can't hold it. Rogers over the top. Tojo thought as he turned around he was going to go for a backdrop in there. Rogers gave him the leapfrog, went over. There's a tag out to Wayne Ferris. And Wayne comes in, double-handed chop. Ferris with head and hair slammed into the turnbuckle is Rogers, and Ferris follows it up with a forearm that drives him to his knees. Turnbuckle again, tag out to Tojo. Referee trying to pull Ferris off of him as he's got a foot in the neck. Better watch, Jimmy, somebody hit you right in the neck again. Woo, big chop from Yamamoto. Wow. Rogers feeling the chopping block of Yamamoto. From behind, it's Ferris. And now Yamamoto comes back in. Busting Roy Rogers, and Wayne Ferris takes a tag and puts a foot in the midsection. One fall, 15-minute time period.
We're about 3 minutes into it right now. Nice move by Rogers.
Rogers got out of the way as Ferris took him too lightly, and look at young Tom Maley come after it. Uh-oh. Wayne was getting ready to be slung into the turnbuckle across the way on a whip from Maley, and he just banged at his eyes, and that was it. Pick up a body slam. Maley down. Catches a foot of Wayne Ferris. Again, on the shoulder, tag to Yamamoto. Ferris and Yamamoto, obviously heavy favorites in this match against the much younger, much less experienced team of Tom Maley and Roy Rogers, and Yamamoto not heeding the referee about letting go of the hair. Tojo with a point of that foot right in the midsection. Again, a warning from referee Jerry Calhoun.
Devastating here is Tojo. Had him by the arm. He just whipped him toward the center of the ring, and Ferris caught him with that leg as Maley was on his way to the mat.
That's a big chop, cover by Yamamoto. 2, 3, and that's it.
4 minutes, 10 seconds the time. 4:10.
It was just a matter of time, to use an old song, for Ferris and Yamamoto. But we've seen some stunning upsets right here on Championship Wrestling. And, of course, that's the thing you hope for, that you get an opportunity to see a young fella come along like Coco Ware did when he won the TV championship in here. Maley and Roy Rogers will have to chalk it up to experience. Jimmy Hart and his Southern Tag champs, Ferris and Yamamoto, did it in what, 3 minutes and something? Or
4:10.
4:10. 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Yamamoto and Wayne Ferris. And Jimmy, you want to get your lunch and take it with you? Never mind. We'll take time out, and we'll be back in just a moment. With Championship Wrestling action, we've got some more. Remember that big main event expiration of time tag match that we have. Bill Dundee, Bill Dundee and the Dream Machine against the Angel and Dutch Mantell. And back out, Wayne Ferris, Tojo Yamamoto, current holder.
Don't you ever call me Bomber again. And second of all, Jimmy Hart's got a lot to say today and a short time to say it.
Well, I see he must have a long time in his mind, because you got your lunch here you left sitting over there on the desk while the match was going on. We want to talk to you about the neck brace. We were making mention of that, Jimmy. How about that neck brace in there? Looks like you ran into something you couldn't handle.
Well, you know, Russell, let me tell you something. First of all, I want to talk about this black band around my arm, because I am mourning for one of the family, Handsome Jimmy Valiant, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to have a 1-second mourning for Handsome Jimmy Valiant, because he ain't here no more, and Jimmy Hart, Wayne Ferris, Dutch Mantell, and, of course, the Imperial Tojo Yamamoto is. So, Valiant, that's enough for you. I did everything I could to save Jimmy Valiant, but I couldn't do it. But he's in the past, baby. That's right, Jimmy Hart. The Dream Machine. He stands out here and goes, "Woo! I'm the man eating 36 jelly donuts. Woo! I'm the man that got beat by Jerry Lawler. Big deal, Dream Machine. You're nothing, baby. You'll never be anything, and now you've teamed up with Dundee. Dundee, you're going to have the biggest lesson that I had to learn in my life, because he's going to eat you out of house and home, brother. when me and Tojo and Wayne and all of us go out to eat somewhere at maybe some beautiful nice Japanese restaurant or some steakhouse. Where's the Dream Machine? He's in the car. You know why? Because he wants to go by McDonald's for a Happy Meal. A Happy Meal. Well, Dream, I've got your Happy Meal for you, baby. So you come on down there, brother, because I promise you, we're going to eat you up, man. And that's a guarantee of that. I'm going to have him back exactly where I found him, and that was licking labels on cans over in West Memphis, Arkansas at that can company. Tell him, Tojo.
Yeah, well, I think the fact that you guys, as we made mention, won the title, but tainted because Dundee was the only one here. At least he had the
No buts about it, Lance Russell. We're the champions,
okay,
right? And we want to be treated like champions. And we don't want to wrestle jerks like Dundee, the little sawed-off midget, or that big fat slob, that hunk